Here we're going to go over some of the Office Manager setup, kind of the back-end Office stuff, how to add a user, do the things that the Office Manager might need to do. So to get to that information, we're going to go ahead and click on Locations. When you click on Locations, you should see your office name. Go ahead and click on that. From here, the one thing you might need to do is change your logo. So right here, you can click Choose File, and you can actually upload your logo right here, and that logo will appear on the receipts. Next thing you can do is go ahead and click on the Settings button over here on the right-hand side. You've got a few different things right here. Really, the two things that you're going to use are users and tags. We'll go over tags first because it's nice and easy. These are the tags that you see in the drop downs. You can add your own tags right here. You can delete them, edit them, all sorts of stuff. So come in here, you click Add Tag. It's really simple. You can just say, I don't know what we want to call this, but let's just say example tag. And you can save that tag, and now that tag will appear when you run transactions. So it's that easy to add tags. And again, deleting tags, super simple. Just click the delete button, and that tag is now gone. So very easy to set up and remove tags. The next thing we'll go over is the user section. Now, this is very important to know how to set up the users, and you really got to pay attention to this because if you don't set it up right, the user, their privileges may not be set up right. So you can see all your existing users right here. If we want to add a user, we can just click Add User, and we'll go ahead and put their username. So we can say, let's say, test user, and then you can put their first name, John Smith. And then let's add their email, chiro@fortispayments.com. So that's all we need. Oh, sorry, and we got to select the time zone. So we'll go ahead and just put Los Angeles. So once you've entered in the basic information, username, first name, last name, email, and time zone, go ahead and click Save User. Let me change that test user account. I think that user might be taken. There we go. I had added a user that was already existing. That's why. Okay, so now we will go in, and from here, there's a few things you need to do when you're setting up this user. So first, you need to go set their roles. Their roles dictate what they can and cannot do within the system. So we allow you to dictate everything what the user can and cannot do. First and most important one is client admin. This allows them into this back end part of the system. My recommendation, office managers and doctor only allowed back here. So it's up to you who you let back here, but that's just kind of my recommendation because they can add and delete users and things like that. Most of these are pretty self-explanatory. So like card vault add is adding a card on file, deleting a card on file, editing a card on file, pretty self-explanatory. Reporting, sales, voids, things like that. Reoccurring add, delete, edit, all those sorts of things are pretty self-explanatory. Reporting as well. So you can come in here and select exactly what the user can and cannot do. So if you only want them doing certain things, you can set that. So make sure you set these once you add the user because some people kind of add the user and forget to set these and then don't know why it's not working. We'll go to preferences next. The preferences are really what emails they're getting. So we have a few different emails that you can receive. So email all credit card or ACH transactions. We can actually have an email receipt sent to a specific user every time a transaction is run. This sometimes will happen with accountants. Accountants want to have that emailed and they do something with it. I'm not sure what, but we made it available. ACH return notice, kind of the way ACH works, if no news is good news. So it takes 3 days for ACH transactions to settle, but after 3 days, you pretty much should know if it settled or not. If it didn't, make sure you check the ACH return notice. That will make sure that you get an email notification if an ACH transaction did not go through. Nightly ACH and credit card email. This will send you an email, the nightly email that you probably saw earlier. It looks like this. It's going to give you a breakdown of your day's transactions. So whoever you want receiving that email, make sure that is checked. And then declined reoccurring payment received. This would be when a patient pays, we send an email out because their reoccurring payment got declined. When they pay via that method, we send an email notification back to you, notifying you that that payment was made. So that's what that is right there. That's most of your back end stuff. Most of the other stuff you guys don't need to know about. So just make sure when you set up users, you set up all their roles and preferences up properly. Again, as always, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out and ask us.